It's been a while since I've done a full-on apartment complex build, so here we are in the beautiful world of Tomarang building another wonderful apartment complex. I chose the 40 by 30 lot located here in Tomarang to build this apartment complex. I thought it was a great spot to do it. It's got beautiful views of palm trees and the water and everything. So it's a great little location to have a nice luxury apartment building. So right now I'm just trying to figure out the stairwell. I think that's the biggest struggle with apartment complex builds, is trying to figure out just how you're going to fit everything in and how Sims can, navigate through the different floors. If we had like elevators or lifts, I think that would be fantastic because that would take up way less space. But since we do not have that, I went with like an L-shaped curved kind of staircase that goes kind of all the way up through the floor. So I'm doing something a little different here. The idea here was to have like an overhanging apartment over top of like an open air shared space pool, but as I progressed through the build, I ended up changing that all out and just decided to have an indoor pool instead, and then have a penthouse suite at the top with like a rooftop overhanging pool and like rooftop space. But it's the only apartment unit that has that because it's a penthouse. There are 5 rental units total. One being the penthouse, and then 4 regular units, all of varying sizes. I think all of the units here have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, except for the one has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And that's because it's a bit smaller, because I stole some space to create a nice entry area that has like a double floor ceiling. So yeah, I kind of stole from one of the apartments, but that's okay. It's fine. I think all in all, it's a great build. Yeah, I was actually toying with the idea of like making an L-shaped pool and kind of curving it around, because you'd have the beautiful views of like the water there, kind of like an infinity edge pool. But I was just trying a bunch of different things, trying to figure out how I wanted this to look, but I was like, yeah, let's just give up on it and go for an indoor pool, because I thought that would just be way better. So yeah, I'm just figuring it all out. Like, even when I look at it, like even right now, it's kind of just like, oh gosh. And then I thought like having balconies off the back and the one side there, but then I was like, that's too many balconies. So we do change that out too for just like decorative roof lines or roof pieces. And then the penthouse at the top does keep the glass roof, which is over the stairwell, but also in a portion of the penthouse as well, over like the living space. Just trying to figure out windows now on the front. I did go for these like long, I think they're eco lifestyle windows. Pretty sure. I want to say they are. And then I use horse ranch railings combined with spa day stairwells. So because they have like a light wood tone with like white, and then I was able to do like the black spindles and then like a light wood railing. I think it matched quite well considering they're from entirely different packs. So interestingly is that I put the front entrance off to the side. Normally most buildings have it on the front, but I wanted to create something a little different. So we do have the main entrance off the side. And then this is where I was figuring out the penthouse suite. I wanted to have like a open door kind of thing. So I use this like door basically, not a normal sliding door, but one that's actually like propped open of glass. So I think that works well. And originally it was going to be green, but it ends up being black tile and a floating, like I think it's like a 2 tile, I guess you would consider it like a floating lap pool that kind of overhangs off the one side of the building. So I guess they kind of have their own private space. Although I don't know how that actually works, because when I was assigning the rooms and stuff, like you can't assign the pool as like part of a unit, even though it's like considered a room. So I guess you don't pay for having your own private pool, but also I hope that Sims don't try to like attempt to use it. Yeah, this is where I kind of like smashed it all down, and I'm like, all right, that's where the indoor pool is going to go. This is going to be more apartments, because originally if I kept that floor plan too, you wouldn't have had as many apartments. I would have probably only had like 3, maybe 4. So I was able to squeeze in 5. So yeah, This is the indoor pool, and then we do have like a small shower room and like gym kind of thing on the first floor. That's all shared. So yeah, we're just kind of lighting it up now with some windows and kind of placing the doors for the new apartments. And then this is the overhanging pool for the penthouse. I think it's so cool. It kind of even like sticks out off the edge of the building too. It's just something unique, something a little different. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's probably not structurally safe either, but that's okay. The pool actually did kind of make furnishing the apartment below it kind of tricky because I couldn't put any windows on the back wall because the pool is there. So yeah, it kind of did make that one a little dark. Yeah, so just putting in doorways all around. This is the main entranceway. I put countertops here to kind of make it like it's a front desk. And later on, we'll come back and add more things to it, like computers. And then I do a non-functional water heater and like electrical box. There's a fireplace over here. It's kind of basically just like a luxury hotel's lobby space with marble floor all throughout the first floor and then in the landing spaces, except for this fitness gym space, which is out towards the front. So yeah, I went for interesting wallpaper choices. A lot of it's very like white stucco. But also just kind of did a lot of accent walls throughout this build, and especially in some of the apartments. But I kept with the same like wallpaper color, at least on the shared spaces and like the pool space, because I wanted those to be kind of a little different. But each apartment and rental unit is unique in their own ways. That's a struggle because they're just so large, being like classed as like luxury. I mean, they're just so large that it just took so long to furnish that I actually had to like stop furnishing. And I came back to it and I ended up changing a couple things, and I actually felt a little bit better about how I furnished some of the rooms, but also some stuff I did change ever so slightly. I mean, stuff you probably won't notice, but yeah, I was just kind of like, wow, this is like a lot. You can really burn yourself out trying to furnish all of these apartment units. But I did do the penthouse first, which is probably my favorite. It's the largest of them all. And I think it kind of set the style for the rest of the building. I tried to keep matching that, but then I kind of also wanted each apartment to feel different, so they don't actually end up matching entirely. Like, I think the penthouse is probably the best one, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, I think I put more time into it, but also like it's supposed to be a penthouse, so it's going to be a little bit more fancier than the other ones. So I feel like the other apartments are pretty fancy. Like some of them have walk-in wardrobes, private en-suites, yeah, they have second bedrooms. So like, you know, it's not like the penthouse is like the best golden standard apartment out of this one. I mean, I like it, but there are other great apartments in this building, which is what I was trying to say. Like, so even if you didn't pick the penthouse, you know, your Sims will be happy in either one of the apartments. But yes, they are all fully furnished, which again takes so very long to do, but I am happy with the result, happy with how they turned out. We switched outside for a little bit just to do some exterior landscaping. And before I go any further, I do want to mention this build is available on the Sims 4 gallery. Here is the gallery listing. Great build, expensive, but also uses 31 packs. Well, maybe like 32, because some of them are listed twice, but I think it's because they're like singular items from like special things. I don't know, but it's a lot of packs. This build is not friendly to like limited packs or anything like that. But yeah, there's 5 rental units in total, 40 by 30, and it's 323,454 simoleons overall. So if your Sim wanted to like own this property, it would be very expensive to buy outright. However, the rent is actually pretty affordable. Here is the rent that the game generated for the build. I think the most expensive one, obviously, is the penthouse at like 367 simoleons. But again, that's like super affordable. I don't know. Like some of these rent prices, I kind of wish you could set yourself. I know you kind of can if you're like the property manager, but like the way the game kind of bases it on like the value of the unit. Like I'd rather just set like a fixed price, which again is possible, but not through, normal ways. Like if you were just to place a build from the gallery. But I did match the landscaping with the surrounding landscaping, and kind of toying with some debug items here, some debug planters to put some flowers by the front entrance here. But we do swap out those pots for green ones that I find later because I felt like they looked quite nicer than these. But I do keep these pots up here because I put like little palm trees in them, kind of like palm tree things in the potted plants. And this is just for that rooftop penthouse suite. So they get their own like special place. We do some debug cars as well. Again, they're not functional, but and some power boxes off the back here by the pool, kind of tucked away. Do some rocks, kind of matching the rocks that kind of surround the lot. But overall, the landscaping is pretty sparse, but I mean, there wasn't that much room to landscape anyway, and it really didn't need much because the whole lot is surrounded by landscaping. So yeah, here we go. I did swap the color of the pots, but yeah, I also do want to mention there are 2 new kits that are coming out on Thursday, April 18th, 2024. They are Urban Homage and Party Essentials. The Urban Homage kit is a collaboration with Simoleons, who makes custom content. So it's like a fashion kind of clothing kind of thing. A lot of great new items for your Sims. And then there's also Party Essentials, which has a lot of new like party items, including, I think I saw a fog machine in one of the screenshots. So that'll be kind of cool. Like there are definitely some party related items, I guess for throwing parties, but I also kind of want to see how they'll work at like different kind of like community lots. Maybe you could have like some of those items on like a party space kind of lot, perhaps. But I am also doing a giveaway. If you would like to enter the giveaway, I'm giving away 1 copy of each kit thanks to the EA Creator Network. And you can enter them below. I will put links in the video description to enter each of the giveaways. There are separate ones, so I didn't want to like mix them into one thing. That way, you can have a fair shot at either. And then I will also put a comment in the video below itself, like with links to the giveaways as well, just so that you can find them. But they will be open until April 20th, 2024. So like the kits will be coming out on the 18th, but I will announce the winners on April 20th. So yeah, it's a couple days, but it gives me time to go through and select a winner. There is a lot of demand for these particular kits. They're very popular. A lot of giveaways going on too, so you don't have to just enter mine. There are tons of giveaways going over on Twitter and X. So yeah, feel free to enter as many as you can, I guess, because everybody's got codes. So that'll be really cool. As far as content, I do want to use the Party Essentials items in a build. So I do plan to do a build kind of surrounding those items, but I have to kind of see everything that it includes. I haven't really looked at anything. Like I've seen the screenshots, like the official screenshots and like the little teasers. But like I didn't want to like spoil it for myself and kind of go digging deeper and seeing if I could see like all the items that come with it or anything like that. Like I just kind of want to be surprised and then also just figure out a way to use them in a build. So yeah, we're using Tool here, just kind of lower the mirror. I use Tool in a couple of the different spots in the apartments, mainly for lowering mirrors because some of them are very high. And then also for like resizing rugs and the occasional item here or there that just felt so large. Like I know when we're doing the nursery, for example, like one of the baby item baskets just seems so big that it was actually like kind of blurry. So I did resize that a little bit, and you can see I did just resize the spice rack. But yeah, we're doing the penthouse now, furnishing. And again, this was the first one that I did. I think I did so well that I just burned myself out. So I had to like stop because I was just like, yeah, I don't know. Like this one's just so nice. And I tried to do the others. I'm like, I don't know. They're just not coming out as nice. But I think that was just like me. I don't know. Like I was just not in it anymore. I kind of just, yeah. I don't know. I had to stop. So, which is good. I'm glad that I stopped because it gave me time to, regroup and think about what I wanted the other units to look like. So, yeah, this is the big primary bathroom. And then there is a small, like, hallway bath kind of thing. Well, it's not really a hallway, but there is another bathroom which is attached to the second bedroom. So, in the other apartment, there is like a hallway that leads to the hallway bath, but each apartment has a very different floor layout. I mean, some of them are very similar, but some of them have some things that are slightly changed or altered. So yeah, I wanted to use these luxury curtains, but I couldn't get them to fit the windows right, so we go with the Desert Luxe curtains. I use them in a couple of different apartments just because they work so well. And yeah, I really wanted to use like the Modern Luxe ones, but they just don't seem to snap where I want them to snap. So we just don't use them. At least not in this build. I don't think I used them in any of the units, but yeah, so bathrooms, basically each bathroom in the apartments kind of match like the main or primary bathroom. I kind of use all the same fixtures and stuff. So they're really like nothing too special. I think the Penthouse's like primary bathroom is like the most unique one with the bed. I was seeing a bed being placed. The bathtub being placed on a platform. So, yeah, I think that's probably the only unique one. But all the others just have like very different layouts. But again, kind of all the same fixtures throughout. And then we do move this bookcase in this bedroom here to a different wall, to the other wall, because I forgot that there are balconies out the front and I did want Sims to have access to those. Even though it's like really tiny, like there isn't too much space. I do end up putting chess tables and a couple of chairs out there, but again, not much because like when you wrap around the front, it's only like one tile. So it's not like you could fit a whole lot out there. This is probably my favorite space of the Penthouse. The rooftop area is just very nice, very luxurious, I think. I went with like a white and black. Believed I used the Perfect Patio. Is it Perfect Patio or Luxury Party? One of those kits or packs I used in combination, along with the Desert Luxe loungers, I believe. It's so hard to remember where all the items come from because there's just so many packs. So it's like I don't know. I know they came from one of them, but one of the earlier packs, and then one of the later packs. But it's just there's just so many. And then the names are so similar. Like even the newer pack coming out this Thursday on the 18th is called Party Essentials. So like that's not going to confuse me with like Luxury Party at all, because Party Essentials kind of has some nice party related items and I'm going to just think they're from Luxury Party or vice versa. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes the names could be a little different. Originally I was going to go with like a soft pink in this apartment, but we do swap it out for like a soft pastel yellow / gold color. Because I just was like, I don't know if I want to do pink. We do a stone accent wall behind the kitchen. And then all of the bedrooms and stuff are basically painted the same color as the main space. I kind of did that in all the rest of the ones, with the exception of the occasional like accent wall or something. And the furnishings are also very different in each one, kind of laid out a little different. But each of them should have a computer and a desk. All the kitchens seem to have islands, dishwashers. I didn't forget trash, refrigerators, kettles. Occasionally one of the others will have like a rice cooker or something, but as far as any kind of other appliance like a microwave or anything, I didn't add those, but if you want them, obviously there is counter space for you to have a microwave. Again, if you need that or feel you want that, but feel free to change the rooms up however you'd like. I mean, just because I furnish them a certain way doesn't mean you have to keep it that way. Like if your sim moves in and you kind of want to furnish it yourself, by all means, go right ahead. I mean, that's what it's for. But it's just to have that like neighborly feeling with having like many sims on one lot is actually quite nice. Or in like a building or a complex or a commons, as this is called. I don't know if I mentioned the name yet, but just in case I didn't, I actually called these Tomarang Commons. So. Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned the name, but it's been so long. I mean, we're 20 minutes into the video now, so like, yeah, this is a long video. I hope you did grab like a snack or a drink or something because we have about 20 more minutes to go, believe it or not. And you're probably going to be like, is he going to talk the entire time? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the build and maybe some life stuff. Life has been going well overall. I mean, I can't really complain too much, just kind of been working and living. I did finish Three Body Problem on Netflix. I am kind of waiting for Bridgerton to come out. I think that's in May. And then there's a couple of other new like movies and like series that are coming out soon. Last night, for example, I watched the movie called Scoop. That was pretty interesting. That involved like Prince Andrew and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much, but and then there's this other series that I don't know if it's out yet. I can't even remember what it's called. Something about like Bad Boy Detectives or something. It looks kind of like spooky and kind of like it basically it involves ghosts or something. I don't know. It looks very cool. But yeah, I don't know. There's just so much to watch anymore between all the different services. It's so hard to like keep up like with like each service has like their own like shows and things that they release, and then it's like you see like the previews either on YouTube or scrolling Instagram or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to check that out, and then either you forget or you know, you don't remember when it's coming out. But yeah, so we are now moving into the other apartment. I believe we're on the second floor. No, third floor. Yeah, because the fourth floor is the penthouse, which is the max levels. So yeah, this is kind of where I took a break for a while, and then I came back, and I was like, yeah, this is where we're gonna go. And this one, as you can see, the layout is very, very different. This one ends up becoming very black. I don't know why. I guess that's just the accent color I went with, but like the kitchen's black. The bedroom is very, like the primary bedroom is very, very black. Like it's super dark. And I did like one of those rock salt lamps and stuff, but yeah, very, very dark. Again, I don't know why. I think I just, cause I chose black and like wood as like the primary colors, and then just everything kind of just flowed into that, but it's still nice looking, I think. And then we have the dining room table going here. I do change the color of the table, but I do leave it a glass top. This will be the living room facing that way with, I think, the tiny living TV. And then we tuck a computer desk over in the corner over here, basically kind of mirroring the penthouse. And I think all of the apartments that go down this level, like on this side of the building, have that little like nook with a desk in it, because it's such a weird space, like a 2-tile like space. So like I thought it's perfect for a desk because it's kind of also out of the way from like everything else. So yeah, I did grab some clutter out of the catalog that I wanted to use and just kind of place on the floor, because rather than me trying to go hunt for it for something that I see. And I do lower this mirror just a bit because I feel like it's just so high. Something also that I'm not used to, especially when it came to taking screenshots, was I use normal height walls for all of the floors except for the very first floor of the building. So yeah, normally I build like the medium wall height, but every floor except for like the first one is like the normal wall height, which seems very like low to me, especially when taking screenshots. It was kind of hard because I would try and get like a good angle, and then I would just clip through the ceiling or clip through the floor, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is why I don't do like the normal wall height. But it also makes it easier to fill up the walls, and it makes it seem not as like daunting, I guess, by doing just the normal wall height. But here goes the primary bedroom. Again, all black furnishings. I kind of imagine like a single male sim living here. And then the bathroom floor is actually very cool. It's just like this weird white and black tile. And then there's a walk-in wardrobe around the corner. And yeah, very cool accent wall. And then the salt lamp as well. but very, very dark and moody, masculine kind of bedroom, I guess, and bathroom even. With the mixture of the black and the white. But I do love the living space. I like that even though like it's dark and you have concrete and you have darker tones, it's not like as dark, but it's still a very cool place, especially that like pop of color through that like rug underneath the couch. And then this is the second bedroom, which went for a like more bluish tone, like blue with wood tones to kind of tie in with the overall wood tones of the rest of the apartment. But yeah, each of them is unique, though they all do have the same like wood floor throughout, which I think is just like a base game wood floor. But I did change like the tone of it. Most of the time I use the light wood, but in this one, for example, I did a gray just because I felt like it went better with like the darker color that I was going with. And this is where I changed and moved some furniture around for the door to the front balcony. And yeah, I finished some painting, and then we move on to the second floor. So this is the second floor apartment, which actually this is where you can see I stole some space for the like open floor kind of thing. And then this is an apartment that's directly above the indoor swimming pool, which actually I did think about, oh, I can finally add windows to this back wall, but I take them out anyway because I realized I need a place for the kitchen. And I don't know, I just like putting the kitchen there on that back wall. So we don't do like full wall of windows, but I do some like smaller little windows. You'll see when we get to that. But we're first going to do this one, which is more of like a white kind of apartment. And again, here I kind of imagine like a single female sim living here. It's very like white, but also colorful, creamy colors. But again, it could be for anybody. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just kind of went more light, I guess, considering the above, like the apartment above is so dark. I was like, oh, I gotta go lighter for the next one because, wow, yeah, yeah. So very cool. I like doing whites and blacks and stuff. I do want to explore some more color, but I feel like I kind of already do. Like I just infuse color through different ways, whether it's wallpaper or rugs or pillows on the couches or something. I don't really like to go overboard with everything being like bright fluorescent colors, but I guess that's just my style. But again, these are also supposed to be kind of luxury. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, ultra modern, kind of clean and kind of muted colors. But that kind of makes it feel a little more grand and luxurious. This bathroom is a very interesting layout. We have like a walk-in wardrobe in the one section, which actually ties into the main living space. And then I put in a tub and shower kind of in the same space. I do slide the tub a little bit closer to the shower. Doesn't impact anything at all. Like Sims are still able to use and everything. And this is the apartment that only has the one bedroom and one bathroom. So yeah, this one's the smaller one, but still a very cool apartment nonetheless. And I did put a vanity in here with some like decorative clutter items and stuff, just to kind of make it feel lived in. A little bust over there, but again, you'll see like when I put down some of the items on the vanity, that's kind of why I was going for like a single like female sim kind of living here in this apartment, but still cool nonetheless. I just love how they're all styled uniquely and individually, and yeah, I think it turned out great in the end. We are almost to the end of the video. Although I say almost, we got about like 10 more minutes. But if you're still here, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Or leave a comment below, like still here or something, because that's just impressive that you're still here. It's also quite impressive that I'm still talking. But yeah, I don't know. Like it was just such a fun build to do. I wanted to fill this lot in Tomarang for quite a while, but I tried like houses on here and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know, because like when you look at the surrounding like shells and stuff, they're more like buildings, like apartment buildings and stuff. So having a normal house backed up to like these apartment looking shells and buildings just didn't seem right. It just didn't look right. So putting in like a proper like apartment building or rental units like directly across, even though this one's like super ultra modern and luxurious, it still kind of fits, I think, because of the height. like you have the height 4 floors, of this building. So I think that's kind of why it just seems to kind of flow and fit a little better. Like if this was like a lot that was surrounded by like green, lush tropicalness and not really like tall buildings, then okay, I could see it fitting a house quite well. But this one, aside from the penthouse, I think I like this one, even though it's smaller. I just like the white cream color and just how this one's kind of decorated a bit differently. But also, I was toying with like the second bedroom here, and I'm like, I really don't want to use like 2 single beds or even like a double bed in here. And I'm like, what else could I do? So we do a baby nursery because I thought that's perfect. I don't do enough baby nurseries because I did think like, oh, I could have like a crystal crafting room. And I'm like, no, because not everybody's going to have that pack. So I didn't really want to use that here. And then I thought like a home gym, but I was like, well, that makes no sense because there's a shared gym space on the first floor. So, I mean, and it's not a penthouse. So why would you have your own private gym? So nursery it was, because again, I don't do nurseries or like kids rooms a whole lot. I kind of want to do more of that, like more family oriented building and not forget to include things like nurseries or kids related items. And skill building items. I know only in the one apartment I did include like a bonsai tree, and then a couple of the others have like the chess tables. But I did put a chess table in the shared space too. But again, you can like add things that your Sims will want in each of their apartments. But this one's kind of minimal furnishings, but I do love the layout. I don't know, like everything just seemed to kind of flow a little better in this one, even though it's smaller compared to like the one above. I think that also kind of had to do with like seeing a part of the pool from the penthouse in the one apartment was kind of like kind of throwing me off because you see like the water texture. And there is a small powder room tucked in there as well, which is just a toilet and a sink, which the one above also has that too. So this is actually considered 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, even though it's so small. I know, impressive, but although this is a nursery, not really like a full bedroom, but it is a bedroom per se. So yeah, this was the object I sized down because I thought it was just so like large and blurry. We use these cool little shapes of like fish on the walls, and the little turtle. He was so cute, like with his little eyes. Like, look at him, just hanging out over there. But yeah, I stylized this more for like a baby or an infant, toddler, so they can grow into it. And it's very neutral as well, so neutral colorings. I do one of those like salt rock lamps in there as well, just for some nice lighting. Now we are on to the first floor. And this is where I come in. I do some lighting first, obviously, because I totally did not do that originally, just kind of lighting up the rooms. So this one room will become 2 showers and a toilet. There are no sinks. It's just shower and toilet. That way, if your Sims need the toilet, it's right there. And then there's showers as well. So if your Sims are using the shared gym space, they don't have to run all the way up to their apartment or whatever. If you want to have them shower after swimming in the pool, because most people do because of like chlorine. Even though this is The Sims, there's no chlorine in the pools. Just for that realism storytelling thing, there are showers and toilets in there. And then there are lockers as well, so Sims can store things in them. And I do put a bench in the center to act like a changing space. And just benches in the pools. I kept the pool space very open. I didn't want to clutter it too much. Did put a floaty in there, but that's okay, I guess. And then we have the gym space, which is 3 treadmills, a like weightlifting, and then the punching bag kind of thing. So yeah, I did find earbuds and I went and placed them in each of the apartments, kind of like a gift almost. But yeah, I placed them around like with other clutter, like the cell phone clutter, for example, or something like that. Like, oh, like Sims will have earbuds if they're going to the gym. And this is more of like a shared like coffee communal snack bar kind of thing. I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of made me think of like a fancy hotel or just a hotel in general that like has like a snack bar with like coffee and refreshments on the main floor without you having to go up to your room or something. And I just use the fitness decals from, I think they're Growing Together, if I remember, or High School Years, one of those packs. But that's all we did. I did toy with putting a sign, but then when I went down a floor, the sign still showed, and I'm like, oh, can't have that. But it would have been such a cool thing to have the sign up there on the wall. But the furnishings on the main area are very white and luxurious kind of, but also very simple. There are computers for like doing things on the computer if you need to, I guess, kind of like a check-in thing. But this isn't really a hotel, it's just apartments. But still, it's just kind of like a decorative front counter entrance space, and that's all kind of like where an attendant would be. And then this little room becomes the non-functional water heater and the non-functional electric box. If you want the functional ones that kind of cause havoc on your lots, you can easily swap those items out for the functional ones, but I went with non-functional because I don't really like to be bothered. Like when I'm playing, like I don't want to be bothered by like losing electricity or water. I just kind of want to play. But if you're up for that challenge, you can easily swap them out for functional ones and create a little bit of havoc in the other apartments as well. I do add a telescope to the rooftop penthouse. And then this is where I am adding the chess tables as well. We do one indoors because I thought that's the perfect space to have it right there in the lobby. And then there's two on the balconies and then chairs on the upper one. But that is basically it. We are pretty much done. I do some exterior lighting because I thought it was kind of dark still, even though like there's so much light already and a lot of lights in the building. We do some fun little things with, I just use these circular pool lights that are meant for a pool. But anyway, here is the finished build. So this is Tomarang Commons. Again, it's 5 rental units, 40 by 30. I used approximately 31 packs, and it's 323,454 simoleons. This is the beautiful entryway, like the first floor space. Brings in a lot of natural light. You can see the beautiful lushness, the mountains, all the tropical flowers. This is the shared gym space, all complete, very small, very minimal, but again, still has it. So this is the indoor pool. Absolutely beautiful to have a nice indoor pool space. This is that locker room, gym, shower, toilet thing area, and this is the floor plan. So you'll get to see each unit from the top down, including unit colors as well. I didn't do any custom colors. I just left whatever the game generated when I was creating the units. And there's the beautiful penthouse. And now we'll go floor by floor. So this is like the first floor, and you can see like I was just kind of showing off like the front doors and the landing spaces in between the staircases as they go up. I'd say this one's probably one that I would live in. Also, I included the waffle maker there and a little rubber ducky. I would probably live in here. Maybe this one's kind of nice. I like this one. Also, this one too, like that's decorated more towards like a little like family, like a baby or a toddler. This one's also very nice. That's the nursery space. And again, look at that view out the window. Like you get to see the water and stuff the higher you go. And then this is that bedroom for that apartment. And then we switch over to the very dark apartment, very masculine. Again, I imagine kind of like a single male sim kind of living here in this apartment. Very cool. Love how it's decorated. And then the very, very dark bedroom. Very cool nonetheless, though. Everything is just unique. Every apartment is supposed to be unique, and including that bathroom floor. Like, wow. I just kind of want to do something different. So I don't even think it's a tile, really. It might be. I'm not really sure. But this is the second bedroom in the dark apartment. And then we switch over to another apartment. And this one's more of like yellow and bright and vibrant. Very fun, but also very cool. Like the views out of all of the apartments, like each apartment gets like great views. I think penthouse probably being the best because you have that rooftop space as well. But nonetheless, like I also kind of went with like a funky tile flooring in there. This is the penthouse suite. We have beautiful light coming down through the roof, and then you can see the glass roof over like the small living space. It was very weird to kind of lay this one out. But I do like how it turned out. It's very unique in its own way, with the accent walls and the view while you're cooking from the cooktop. In fact, I believe this is the only apartment that I use the cooktop in. All the others have like regular stoves. And this is the primary bedroom, and then the beautiful primary bath with the tub elevated on a platform. Walk-in wardrobe, we go to the bedroom, and then we go to the rooftop space with the floating off the side of the building pool. But I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. I do thank you for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for future builds. And that's all I had. So have a great day.